Good evening. This is Joe Netherworld with our daily tarot card read for September 21st, 2013. It's the last day of autumn. Summer. I was about to say we're coming upon the autumn equinox, but this is interesting. It's a transitional day. I'm excited because it's the last day of summer, even though it's been a nice year up here in the Northeast. It's nice to see autumn fully arrive. So I'm going to pull 3 cards. They're going to appear in the corner, and you can see them up close, what we're talking about. There's a signifier card, like the main card, 2 signifier cards. And they will basically explain the day. But also, we're talking about the month. We're talking about the transition into autumn, the whole month of September. So there's a lot of forces. You should view these daily readings as daily readings, of course, about the day, but also they're really about the whole month of September and how they're flowing from one day to the other and influences that are influencing the day before and the day after. So enjoy the connectivity of it all. So here we go. Our first card up is the 5 of Cups. The spilt milk card returns again. It's funny that this month has themes that just keep on reiterating themselves, and here it is again. This card basically is protect what you have, keep what you haven't lost sacred, but don't get too possessive or protective of it that you smother it. And yeah, look at what you've lost, look at what it's worth and the values of it, but don't get lost in mourning what you don't have anymore. But if it had a value to your life and in and of itself, understand that and I like to say this all the time, duly noted. Like, note what it was worth, make a point, but you can't go back and get it once it's gone. So keep that in mind. Our next card, our main card up, is the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords is the cleaning up after battle. Everybody here, the 5 of Cups, there's 2 cups retained, hidden. 7 of Swords, there's 5 swords being taken away, and 2 swords remain. So what it's basically saying is nothing's ever finalized or finished. And there's an energy here that sort of says, that's okay. And sometimes what's left behind is what you need. Sometimes what's left behind is meant to stay behind. Sometimes we're really walking a line here and figuring out is, where do we finish up enough? Do we have to, if you can't carry anymore, do you drop everything and try to get the remaining 2, swords? Or do you just say, fine, I can carry 5 and the other 2 remain? So it's not about doing a half-assed job. It's not that about it at all. It's about doing the best job you can without destroying everything in the process. And so our other qualifier card is the King of Pentacles, which it is the Taurus card. I say when I talk about myself, I refer to myself as the King of Pentacles because it's a strong male Taurus card. It's got focus. It's focused on success and money and such, but it's about making things happen. It's about being a mentor for people and then helping people figure things out, helping them make money, giving them guidance. So on either side of this, you have someone willing to guide you, someone coming with a strong masculine male force, willing to help, willing to stand up for you. On the other side, you're losing some things, and so the lesson learned is that you can have battles. You can get into very deep trouble, and with help and with a sense of picking up the pieces after the battle and getting out of there and saying, you know what? I won this battle. I've got the majority of the swords, but there's still 2 left behind. That's sort of a reminder that next time you can do better. Or next time you have to learn what things are worth and say, well, fine, 5 is enough. I'm good enough. You can't really be successful if you obsess over the things you can't have. And what this is really saying is today, as we kind of end the summer, it's our last day of summer, by I think a little after midnight or so, we'll enter the autumn. And with that, you have to say, okay, the year is done now. We're now in the phase of collecting and harvesting. And some things were successes, most things were successes. What this is really saying is the progression is most of everything you do has been successful. You've had a more than passing grades. You've done in the upper percentiles of everything. But in order for you to really move forward, you have to learn some lessons from a voice that's willing to teach you some things. And even if they don't teach you directly, you can learn from experience and go, well, have they compromised and succeeded? Have they moved forward? And the answer is yes, because they've given all their effort to what they can win and not spent their time worrying about what they didn't win. and that is the end of today's answers. Is that, the harvest is in, right? You maybe didn't plant all the crops you wanted to plant, both figuratively and literally, but at the end of the day, you have a good harvest. You're going to worry about a couple of tomatoes that didn't ripen on the vine, or you're going to take your harvest to town. So take today, not introspectively, but maybe just on paper and go, all right, I've won. I got most things I want. Everything's pretty good. I've lost a few things along the way, and that's all right. That it's business. It's not all profit. There has to be some costs, some profits, some losses. So here we go. Get ready for autumn, and I can't wait for tomorrow and see what tomorrow brings. And take some time, find yourself, celebrate your victories in a proper end of summer manner. And we'll meet here again a little after midnight in the autumn. I can't wait. And I'll be wishing you a magical day. Until then, I'm Joe Netherworld, and it's been a pleasure reading for you.